In this video, I will show you how to set up the header, footer, and sidebar widget areas. Here's the front of our site with Picture Perfect installed. This is the header right widget area with contact info. These are our 3 footer widgets here. And then your interior sidebar widgets are here. Refresh that. Interior sidebar widgets are here. Now let's go back to the front of our site. There are additional widget areas on your home page, and these are covered in the home page video tutorial. Now, if you imported the content from the XML file, you will have these widgets already imported, or rather the widget WIE file, whether you're using WP Listings or IDX Broker. This is the WP Listings widgets that we imported in. If you use the IDX Broker widget file instead, then your Equity IDX Broker widgets will be pulled into these areas. And it's a good idea to do that to get you started. But we're going to cover these and what these different widgets have set up in them, so if you want to go in and change them. So we're going to go to the dashboard of our site, go to Appearance, Widgets, and we're going to start with the default sidebar. This is the sidebar on your interior pages. Now we just have it set up with a property search widget, as you saw here. And this is for our WP listings. We've got these taxonomies set up, and this is what we can search for. So you just drag the WP listing search widget into that widget area. Now we've already got one that we imported, but we're going to drag in another one. And you give it a title. And you select what taxonomies you want to display, probably locations, property types, bedrooms, bathrooms. You put what text you want to put on the button for it, and then you save. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one because I already have one set up here. And then if we go back and look, you'll see these are the taxonomies. Here's the button text. Now again, if you've got IDX Broker installed and you imported that IDX Broker widgets file, you will have the IDX Broker quick search here. Okay, next up is the home top where you've got the contact information. Now in the customization video, it showed you how to input this into the theme settings so it gets pulled in by shortcodes. And these shortcodes are what's used in the widget. So let's go to header right widget area, and we're just using a plain text widget. So what you do is you just grab a regular text widget and drag it up. Now we've already got one there, but we're going to do another one for this video. And then you use the shortcodes to pull in that information from your theme settings. So it would be like agent _phone. And then if you want your email there, you use the shortcode for that. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. Now open up the one we already imported. And you'll see we've got agent email, and then we put a dot in between, but you can put them one on top of the other, however you want to arrange those. And it's pulling it in from those theme settings. And you'll see there's the email and there's the phone. Now the next widget area we're going to cover is the footer widgets. You've got footer 1, footer 2, footer 3. Now the number of widget areas you have here depends on how many footer widgets you've set in your customization options. I've got 3 set here. Maybe you've only got 1. Maybe you wanted one big full width footer, or maybe you set up 4. It just depends on how many footer widget areas you set up in your customization. In footer 1, we're using the WP Listings featured listing widget. If you're using IDX Broker and imported those widgets, it would be using the IDX Broker featured listing widget. So we're going to open this up, and again, here's our WP Listings featured listings widget. We can just drag it up into footer 1, and we're calling that featured listing, and we set it for the image size for 560 by 380 because you want it small enough to fit in that widget area. We only want to show one. Now we can set it to display just certain taxonomies that we set up. Maybe we want to only show a listing in Crossroads. So you can select that as well. Since we're only displaying one featured listing in that widget area, we're not going to set up columns. So we're going to save that. So let's go back to the front of the site and see how that looks. So here's our featured listing. It's pulling in this listing on Stony Brook Way. And you'll see this is a sold property. If we had set it up to only show active properties here, let's do that and go back to the front, it will display a different listing. There we go. See, here's an active property. Now the second widget area is using the built-in shortcode for testimonials. And again, you just drag a text widget there like this, and then you put in that shortcode. So we give it a title, testimonials, and to look up those shortcodes, you just go to the theme documentation, and it's there under the shortcodes, and it will show you how to use the shortcode for the testimonials. You'll see it's got an opening tag for testimonial with the person's name. If you want to add an image, you put image and then a link to the image, and then you close the beginning shortcode. Then you put in the text you want displayed, and then you have the closing shortcode that has the / testimonial. And this is how that testimonial looks on the front of the site. There's our image, there's our title, there's the text, and there's the person's name. Footer 3, we've got several text widgets we've put in here. And if you imported the widgets, you'll have this already set up for you. This is pulling in the agent phone and agent email using those shortcodes. And that's here. That's that first text widget. The second text widget, we've got a contact us where we've put in our address and phone numbers, just using plain text, just like the widget implies. It's just plain text. And that's here. And then this last widget, we're using a plain text widget, but we're going to use, it's a social icon shortcode, and we've added the parameter new tab equals true, and that's so that those social media links will open up into a new tab. And you'll see that's here. It uses those social media icons when you use that shortcode. So that's how you set up the header, footer, and sidebar widgets in Picture Perfect.